Aquarius, and welcome to your Love Tarot reading for July 1st through July 15th. I'm going to start by pulling 3 cards here to look at past, present, and future energies, and we will look at singles, couples, just dating with no commitment, disconnected, just all variations of love energies for Aquarius. So let's see what's coming out for you guys. Okay, so we have in pursuit, so that's the energy bringing us into July. And then we have divine timing. And finally, we have mixed emotions. Okay, so this here, I will speak about committed relationships last, actually, with this lineup. So Aquarius, look at what would be the next card out. We're just going to put that right under mixed emotions. So what I see going on here, Aquarius, is those of you who are single, it's like you're pursuing somebody or somebody's pursuing you, okay? It's kind of like this cat and mouse going on. However, both of you are interested in each other, but it's like there's fear maybe in one or both of you quite a bit. I feel like this is a bit of like back and forth energy, but I don't feel like it's malicious, okay? It's kind of like one minute you're chasing them and then the next minute they might be chasing you. I really feel that energy, and with this lineup of cards, that will eventually even out. It's just a matter of timing, okay? I feel like one of you is very afraid of this connection, of the relationship, the potential of it, okay? It might overwhelm one of you quite a bit just because of what I'm seeing here. Doesn't mean that the one getting overwhelmed isn't interested. It's just, it's overstimulating to them because they're feeling it so much, okay? So I do see some back and forth cat and mouse, but again, not in a malicious way. For those of you who are single or like kind of dating somebody without a commitment, all right? I definitely see that. Now, those of you who may be disconnected from somebody, what I see here is it's like these first 2 weeks, you are really wanting to get back with them. Like that's your goal, that's your desire, and you feel like it's just a matter of timing. But by the end of this first 2 weeks of July, I really get the impression that you are changing your mind, Aquarius, because there may be another person coming into your reality and that causes confusion inside of you. Like, well, do I want to keep hanging around waiting for this ex or for my chance with this person? Or do I want to take up this new opportunity that is being presented to me, okay? So for those of you guys who are disconnected from somebody or just kind of waiting for an opportunity to put yourself out there to a specific person, I kind of feel as though there's somebody else that's actually going to come in, which may very well change your mind, okay? Now, for those of you in committed relationships, what I see going on here is there is something that one of you is really, really wanting, whether this is like, I want us to move, I want to buy a house, I want a family, I want us to get married, I want to go on this trip. Like one of you is really hot on this must happen, okay? The other person in this connection, and we'll remove this because I don't feel like this applies, that's more for the singles. The other person and this connection, this commitment, is not so much on board for what this person wants, okay? It's not that they're not on board, it's just their mind isn't made up 100% the way it is over here on this side, okay? So Aquarius, those of you in a committed relationship, I feel like one of you really wants something, but the other one isn't 100% sure or on board with it. And honestly, with divine timing sitting in the middle, I feel by this end of this first 2 weeks of July, you guys are going to figure it out and come into some sort of agreement, compromise, or understanding with each other. I don't feel like this is anything that is going to like break the relationship. It's just one of you really wants something and the other one, it's not that they don't want it, they're just not settled about it within, okay? It's a matter of timing. So let's pull some tarot dice. And then, you know what, Aquarius? There could be somebody, oh, and I pulled 6, so, and I only meant to pull 5, so we will do all 6. Aquarius, there may be somebody who is like totally trying to pursue you, and you feel mixed emotions about it because, I don't know, I feel like you might not be fully interested, or there's just something about them that's holding you back. But with divine timing here, Aquarius, you're not going to stay in this limbo much longer about somebody who's trying to pursue you. You're going to make up your mind 100% about whether you want to give them a chance or you're like, no, this just isn't going to happen, okay? And that is outside of that back and forth cat and mouse that I see going on, okay? All right, so we have the 5 of Wands. We have the Emperor. We have the Queen of Wands. Lots of fire energy coming through in your reading. Wow. Now we have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the World. And the bonus is this 9 of Cups, okay? And I feel like that has belongs on the World there. Okay, Aquarius. Wow. Those of you single and dating, yeah, I feel like there's several options before you, okay? But there's one specific person that I think you really want to be with. And that may be the cat and mouse going on, okay? Just you have 2 queens here plus an emperor. So it's like some of you have 2 or 3 options, especially with this 5 of Wands, okay? That's a lot coming at you. That's some competition happening. And I feel like that's, you know, people wanting your attention, Aquarius. But listen, some of you with the World here and the 9 of Cups, some of you, this person that you truly desire may live in a different state or a different country than you do. And that might create some internal conflict and mixed emotions inside of you or inside of them. Could this really work? Could we start this out long distance and maybe eventually move to be with each other? I feel like that's what a lot of this mixed emotion is about for some Aquarius, is like the location in which you and this other person reside, okay? For others of you, what I see going on here is, again, you are really in hot pursuit of like one specific person, okay? But that person that you're hot pursuit, it's kind of like if they're not on board, they're like kind of flaky. I don't know. Here's that other person that's, I feel Spirit's bringing in, which ultimately is going to bring you a lot more happiness and fulfillment and satisfaction than what you are originally trying to pursue here. Because, you know, it's just like there's this scenario of, you know, hey, I want you, I want to be with you. Oh, and there's the little mosquito right there. Hey, I want you, I want to be with you. But there's like this element of holding back on this other side. And while that's going on, here comes this other person and it's all about you. And I just feel like there's a love connection and you're a lot happier. Now, for those of you where there's like this cat and mouse going on, where one minute you're chasing them, the next minute they're chasing you, what I feel is going on in this situation, again, is like this is going to balance out and you guys are going to come into a mutual understanding and connection, especially with the World and the 9 of Cups, where it's just a matter of timing before you guys finally get it right. Okay, and this is a separate message, you know, from everything else I said. I definitely feel like those of you in this back and forth where one minute it's you towards them, the next minute it's them towards you, you guys are going to figure it out and get it right in these first 2 weeks of July, like finally. Those of you in committed relationship where one person really wants something and the other one isn't quite sure or on board about it, again, I feel like you guys come into a happy mutual agreement about things by the end of this 2 weeks with the World card and the Nine of Cups, okay? So Aquarius, it's like no matter your situation, by the end of these 2 weeks, you are in a much happier place, okay? Those of you who have several options, I think you're going to know who the one is, and even if they live far away from you, I feel like you guys are going to make the commitment to try to make it work, just because there is so much connection, passion, and chemistry that exists between the two of you, okay? Those of you in this cat and mouse back and forth, again, you're going to just decide, you know, okay, we're together. And for like some of your friends, they might be like, oh my God, finally you guys are claiming the love that you have and you are getting committed. Thank God. It's just whatever choice is made romantically, it looks very positive, Aquarius, and it leads you to a lot of happiness. And also, those of you where this is like, I really want to go on this trip, and the other person really kind of isn't on board all the way, by the end of this 2 weeks, you are. And it looks like it's going to be a fabulous vacation for those of you who are like, I want this vacation. We have to go do this. We have to. I do see it happening, and I see it being absolutely fabulous, okay? Also, with the Emperor here, there may be some help, okay, that's offered to you guys who want to go on like some vacation or make a big ticket purchase, you know, whatever this is. I feel like there's help coming in for you guys, which actually makes it possible for you, okay? Because the mixed emotions, that might be a little bit about like money, you know, well, do we have enough money to do this? And I just feel like the resources do come in for that, okay? So we start out feeling a bit conflicted internally about our romantic standing or what's going on romantically, but by the end of the 2 weeks, Aquarius, you're on top of the world. You're Nine of Cups, you're happy, you're satisfied, you're fulfilled, okay? It's all good stuff here. I love to see that, because believe you me, not everybody got a reading like this. So let's pull some more cards. All right, so we have the Nine of Flames. This is feeling quite tested. That's coming out under this Five of Wands, okay? And that's that internal conflict, however that relates to you. But again, it's worked out by the end of this 2 weeks. Now we have this Six of Roses, giving, receiving, sharing. This is coming out under that Emperor. So yeah, those of you where this is like, about resources in order to do this next big thing that you guys want to do in the relationship. Well, one of you and the other one's a bit mixed about it. Here's that resources coming in. I feel like there's help that will be extended to you guys, which makes these dreams and goals and wishes possible for the both of you, okay? Next out, we have the Three of Emotions, celebration, date, good times. Yup. Next out, we have Eight of Roses, expanding, evolving, learning. And lastly, we have consciousness, kaleidoscope, perception, thoughts. So, Aquarius, listen, and I just felt like pull the next one. I don't even know why. And look at this, Six of Emotions, longing, nostalgia, return. Okay, I was wondering, because I was not seeing any, you know, things from like past resurfacing, but that right there, that makes it pretty clear. Aquarius, listen, singles, dating, you guys have a lot of options on the table, but more than that, I kind of feel like somebody is returning from your past, or you are going to reinsert yourself in somebody else's life from your past, okay? And that might be with this internal conflict, is feeling a little nervous about it, this person returning to you, or you deciding to try to get back into somebody else's life. However, Aquarius, I see it as a very positive thing. The distance, the time that has passed since you guys have been apart, you both have grown and learned and evolved quite a bit. And there's been a big shift in your consciousness on both sides, okay? And coming back together is a very happy thing. It's a lot of celebration, and that could be why we have some mixed emotion just based on what happened in the past. But this time around, Aquarius, things are different, okay? You both have evolved and grown quite a bit. And I feel this reunion brings about a lot of happiness for both of you. Also with this card, even though it's talking about a return of energies, just because this fish is jumping out of this bowl into this bowl, this is another confirmation for me. For those of you where this person lives in a different state or different country, where you guys just have to give it a chance, and eventually one of you is going to move and to be where the other one is, even if that seems impossible or unlikely at this time. It's a matter of timing, and you guys will eventually be in the same location, okay? You will. So those of you where this is long distance, don't be afraid to go all in, even because it's long distance and you have these other options right now where you live. If you have more connection to that person, that's where you belong, and Spirit will make sure that you guys end up in the same location at some point, okay? So I do see celebration for somebody returning. I do see celebration and happiness for those of you where we need some extra resources or help to achieve what it is that we're trying to do, like maybe plan a wedding, buy a house, go on a fabulous trip. You know, it's like I said, those of you who are coupled up, it's like one person really wants something, the other person is a bit mixed about it, and it feels more about resources, you know, or maybe this here could be like a mother or a father or just a very wise person, where the one who has mixed emotions gets some guidance about it, because maybe, you know, the relationship again is so hot and the connection is, you know, so there that it's a little spooky. And so that could be where they seek some advice from somebody, which ultimately brings them to you, Aquarius. And this cat and mouse thing that I saw going on, yeah, by the end of this 2 weeks, I feel like you guys are together. Like you've decided, finally, let's just be together. Single Aquarius, I see people returning from the past, and I also see other options out on the table for you. Like you really take your pick in the month of July. So let's pull some more cards. All right, so we have heart consciousness. I like to see that. That's love, that's connection. Next out we have independence. And lastly we have building dreams together. Yes, Aquarius. Oh my gosh, I love this. I love this so much. Okay. This is just like a confirmation of all the scenarios that I just spoke about, all right? Those of you coupled up that, you know, we're wanting to take things to the next level, we're wanting to do something big, I see it happening. I see you guys building dreams together, okay? If it's about resources, I feel like help's coming in, or, you know, somebody gets a better job. It's just, I see it happening. I see travel. I see purchases. I see your heart overflowing with joy and happiness. Those of you in, you know, committed relationships, it's like, if it's resources, it comes in. You guys get your way. I love it. Beautiful. Next up, those of you who live in different states or countries from each other, I'm telling you, you're connected at the heart, and that's all that you need to focus on, and trust that you both can be independent without a mate until it's time for you guys to move together, because building dreams together is like you guys are going to start talking about it. One of you is going to relocate to be where the other person is. It's going to happen. Go with it. Trust it. Those of you where somebody's returning from your past, Aquarius, they're ready to give you the world. Or if you are trying to get back into somebody else's life, you are truly ready to give them the world, okay? Those of you where there's this cat and mouse kind of connection going on, yeah, by the end of this 2 weeks, you guys are together, okay? It's like whatever is holding anybody back, it's overcome, and we're building dreams, and we're happy, and we're going on vacation, we're moving, we're buying a house, maybe we're getting married. Aquarius, it's just time for all of this now. And those of you who are single, I definitely feel like you have many options on the table. Take your pick, but your heart is set on somebody specific, that's for sure. And I just kind of feel like you get your way. I mean, Libra had a pretty great reading as well. You and Libra definitely have the best readings of everybody. It's very positive all the way through. For those of you, this, you know, for connection could be an Aries, with this Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag, with the Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Those could be potential people that you are involved with or who are offering you affection and emotion. But Aquarius, follow your heart. Don't be afraid. Trust the process. And I just see like your dreams and wishes in regards to love and romance coming true, you know, within these first 2 weeks of July, however that relates to you personally, okay? So Aquarius, those are your messages. I am wishing you all the very best. Take care.